We were talking about my book, Dear Ben, The Secret Life of Benjamin Franklin. I'm with my great pals, Steve Hannigan and John Jarr at the Laguna Design Center, where we were in business together years ago. Recently, they've helped me with my book, Dear Ben, which has been great fun. I thought I was going to be a set designer after UCLA Film School, but I gravitated to interior design, and I've been in the business ever since. Among the ways I've kept my hand in storytelling, however, is by making videos with friends, mostly silly soap operas.
Well, then we could marry and leave Weeping Water for someplace like Omaha or Kansas City. And I really believed him, Matt, that we'd leave Weeping Water and, well, something happened that changed everything.
What could have been that terrible? Maybe it isn't as bad as you think.
Oh, yes, it is, Matt. I got pregnant.
A few years ago, an actor friend asked me to write a play for him about Benjamin Franklin. The play became my study project at the Rockaberty Writers Retreat in France in 2018. I returned in 2019 to study under Joan Lane, who put together the film The King's Speech. We shaped Dear Ben into a 9-part limited series for television for viewers of shows like Downton Abbey and The Crown. With Joan as guide, a companion book was completed in 2022. It's a work of fiction, but based on the historical record. Set on the final night of his life, Dear Ben follows Franklin's keen but little-known interest in freeing his slaves, including his manservant, Bobby. My great friend, John Jarr, also a designer, is a first-rate history buff. I asked John to tell me how the King and Queen of France managed to be trapped by a mob at Versailles.
And in September, there were riots in Paris. The market women, especially the fish market women, were demanding lower prices for bread. Revolutionary activists broke into the armories in Paris and stole the weapons and armed these women. And they marched out to Versailles and brought the King and Queen back to Paris. And they lived at the Louvre for a while. Then they tried to flee France in 1792, and they were captured at Varennes and taken back to Paris and literally put in prison in the old royal palace of the Concierge. And in January, the king was tried, of 1793. The king was tried and executed, and in September of that year, they executed the queen.
We had a wonderful neighbor by the name of David Huddleston and his wife Sarah, who was a casting director. David was an actor. You may well know him from The Big Lebowski. And David asked Michael to write a script for him. In fact, I was at the first reading with Sarah, David, and Michael when we did the first reading of the script. And the work that went into this, it was a good 7 years of daily effort and research, and a lot of people were involved in all this. I might just mention shortly, even the book cover itself. The book cover itself was designed over 7 days. And anyway, I just wanted to point out there was an awful lot behind the scenes that went into this. And I congratulate Michael on a job well done.
You can order the book from Barnes & Noble or on Amazon or any local bookshop.